Hi, Paul here from Spitfire Audio. I've got something really exciting today. It's really unique as well. There's only one of these. It's a 1901 Steinway, but it's not just any Steinway. It's the piano that was resident at Château d'Hérouville for the whole period of the 70s and 80s when the Château was being used as a recording studio to create seminal albums by enormous stars, recording artists like Elton John, David Bowie, the Bee Gees, Fleetwood Mac. The list goes on. This piano is truly a one of a kind. It's got an incredible sound. It's the sound that you hear on the 3 albums that Elton John recorded there, but particularly Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. It's an album that everybody knows. This piano has been lovingly restored by the new owners, and we've been in conversation with them for a few years now, and we were privileged to go back in there, use the original gear in the original room where it was recorded, and capture this piano for everyone to use. The piano is recorded in the Georges Sand live room. These acoustics shaped these incredible albums. The room is named after the famous writer and composer Frédéric Chopin's lover, Georges Sand, whose ghost, Bowie and Eno said, still haunts the chateau. It's been painstakingly restored by the incredibly talented Bastien Urbain, preserving its 124-year-old character while enhancing playability. It's perfect for songwriters, but also for cinematic writing. It's an incredibly versatile piano, and it's got bags of character. We've recorded it in a lot of detail. There's a lot of absolutely great touches to this piano. So let's dive straight in and have a listen. So as you can hear, natural grand is your kind of opening patch. It really is the most natural version of the piano. We've got a load of controls over here, so let me show you what's going on. Now for each of these patches, as we flick through, you'll see there are a couple of different categories. And you've got a whole load of starting positions here. Now there are actually quite a lot of signals in this library, but what we've done is we have created patches that are based on 3 of the signals that work really well together. You'll see what I mean as I go through. But for this particular one, we've got the super close, which is the mics that are directly above the hammers. We've got the close under the lid, and then we've got the room signal as well. So you've got 3. Let me show you what those 3 sound like actually on their own. I'll just turn the reverb off as well. When you play softly, the softest layers of this library really are very, very delicate. And we've isolated those in a few patches that you'll hear later. But when you really start to give it some welly, so you can hear it's the, you know, right up its hooter sound, but you do have a lot of dynamic variance, and it's very, very clear, exceptionally clear, even in the bottom register where it sometimes gets a bit congested and muddy in piano recordings. Let's check out the close on its own. So again, exceptional clarity, but slightly off the kind of the very, very intimate sound of the hammers. So you a tiny bit back, and then we've got this beautiful room signal, and this is the room, the Georges Sand room. you know, you can use that. It's a great sound on its own if you want to, if you got that kind of really, really beautiful. Now, we're going to get on some of the patches, but let me just show you a couple of these other controls. You've got the tightness, which obviously enables you to incorporate more of the hammer action sound of the piano before the onset of the notes. So if I show you that on the closest mic, at the moment it sounds like this. If we pull that right back, subtle difference, but you can hear what it's doing. The noise, turn that right up. Now that's great for adding realism, but it's also particularly useful for some of the more character patches, which I'll show you shortly. We've got filters which do low pass. And then when you go past the midway, it turns into a high pass. We've got these fantastic choruses and flange settings, which, again, these are specific to each patch. So some of these signals, they change slightly, and the reverb also changes slightly. We'll come back to that. But if you want to dial in a bit of chorus for your, you know, really lovely, not extreme, just a very tasteful one. And then the flanger. And actually, it's quite nice to have both of them going. Let's move across to the reverb very quickly. Now, the reverb is different on each of these patches. We've got a different character reverb. So, for example, on the natural stuff, you've got just a really lovely, not too overwhelming, but just a nice, tight kind of studio / small hall. Beautiful. Let's flick through some of these natural patches. So up front, you've got Hall at Night. No prizes for guessing what this is making me think of. The Boatman. Again, it's a beautiful character. We've taken some of these are kind of, there's a little bit of processing on some of these patches going on behind, under the hood, to give you a different kind of flavor, a different sound. And some of them are built from different signals. So, for example, the Boatman has this compressed signal in here. Let me show you that very quickly. I'll turn the other two off. Now, this was something that where we did a bit of experimentation, and we put in, we processed a per note compression. It's a very unusual and characterful sound, but this is what it sounds like on its own. Now, the effect of that is quite odd. It really does widen the response. And the thing that it's very, very useful for is, let me just turn everything off. Let me put the super close in. I'll play again something a bit dynamic. And then if we put that signal back in, we don't have to have very much of it. Now, Now, the beauty of it is you've got the benefit of the warmth and the intimacy of the super close, but then you've got this extra kind of level of punch raring to go behind. Although it's not doing this, the closest thing I can think of to compare it to is when you put your entire drum mix through a kind of, you know, a distressor or something. You really slam something really hard and then just gradually fade it up. Now, concertino, we've gone back to the more standard sound. Here you've got that beautiful hall. It's a different reverb treatment. It's a slightly different EQ to the sound. Or you use it for this kind of classical. A little bit heavy-handed, but you get the idea. It gives you that lovely kind of thing. Now, here we're going into the classic sound. So this is where we're looking back to some of the favorite sounds of ours from the 70s and 80s and sounds that were created on this piano. And here we have the room signal and the tape signal. Let me show you the tape on its own. So it's got a real kind of tapey vibe to it. It's not too extreme. It's not like a warbly, like a crazy effect tape, but it has the quality of the Studer. It has that sound. Now this one is the sound of the famous Jethro Tull recordings that were made in the room. You can hear it's got that slightly brown character. We've got, of course, the yellow character. Hopefully that's obfuscated enough. You get the idea of the sound though. It's beautiful. It's just instantly transports you back. So be my low, pick one of those three words and you'll find your way. So good. Wow. Now I'm getting carried away, but look, we've got a bit of the chorus and flange on. I'm going to turn them both off so you can hear these new signals on their own and actually turn the reverb off as well. So we've got the compressed. You heard that actually. Let's play up the distorted on its own. This is designed to be useful. So this is not supposed to be something cranked through a Marshall. It's supposed to be of the period. We've used the character distortion of that period, and we've got it just at the edge of breakup, which is how you would use it. You wouldn't put a piano through giant distortion. Now, this is most useful when you put it together with the other signals. So we've got the tape. Actually, let's just click this to go back to our setting. We've got the compressed and the tape signal in here. So if I take the distortion out for a minute, we've got our little chorus and flange back, put the distorted in. you can hear what it's giving. It's giving that bite. It's giving that punch. Incredibly useful signal, that one. Obscured by any Floyd fans in the house? Trying to mash up a bunch of different Floyd songs without any being recognisable. Okay, Teacher's Need. Anyone guess this one? I'm sailing very close to the wind here. Okay, last one. Now, this, everyone who knows me knows that I've got some weird kind of obsession from my childhood with the CP70. Now, this is basically, let's turn everything off. This is a signal that I made to honour the legendary sound of the CP70 as used by Peter Gabriel. And then when you put it in with all the other stuff and you've got the effects on it and everything, it just sounds really lovely. So you'll hear we've got a really fantastic reverb on here. In the intimate section, we've really focused in on the softest layers that we recorded. It's just glorious. And it does have a little bit of velocity response, but it's just reins it right in so that you can't get a note wrong. It's absolutely delicious. Here we have really focusing in on super close to Hammer's mics. Isn't that just beautiful? This piano is absolutely beautiful. If you are recording anything and you need one of the loveliest pianos in the world, go to the Château and record there. It's just reopened as a recording studio. It's been beautifully restored and they've got loads of great equipment there, but they've got this piano, this absolutely beautiful piano. Nobody knows. Pianos age in different ways. Some pianos the soundboard gives up, and some pianos they just seem to live forever. They just get better and better with age. This is definitely one of those pianos. Okay, Gentle Gabriel, you'll forgive me for my obsession. This is the last time I'll mention Peter Gabriel. Okay, that's enough. You get the idea. Glorious. Intimate Studio Soft. This is one that we wanted to record. So this is almost like a whole piano library in itself. You know how we've recorded these intimate soft pianos? This is that, but using this piano and using the same treatment that we usually put on those other pianos that we've recorded like this. So it's almost like a whole soft piano library in itself. So inspiring. Okay, we've done a little bit of an intimate treatment on the tape signal. Okay, Tears in the Rain. We're showing all of our obsessions. Okay, must stop. I'm playing way too much. This is the Lush section. So, what does this mean? It means that kind of full, warm, lovely stuff. We've got a forever verb, which is just, again, similar but more extreme. Okay, Proggo Dreamscape for that Rick Wakeman vibe. Stop it. Stop it. It'll ring out forever. It's really, really lovely. We've got this underwater sound again. It's one of those taking the character and giving you I mean, you get the idea. Lots and lots of really useful stuff. Space Ballad. So still in the Lush section, we're back to the ultra soft world. It's just lovely. Lots and lots of cue starters. We've got 2 sections left. Benny's piano. Another classic sound. We've got a mix signal in here as well, which you can use. This is in a couple of the patches. This is actually a produced mix. So this is a mix of the main mic signals, a really nice balance. It's got some post-production on it. So it's giving you a kind of finished mix sound. Now, this comes in useful if you want to have something like the tape signal as your main source, but you want to add a blend of that kind of fullness. Just check it out with and without. And again, it's something you could lean on it. You could lean on it and then just put the so you get the idea. We do that, take the mix off. Slightly thinner. It's a really useful signal to blend in with the other signals. Now, let's get into the effecty stuff. So this is the last section. It's just got some of the mad. It's a beautiful patch. It's got some clever stuff under the hood going on with the IRs to give you that kind of feel. This is, again, again, you get the idea. It's just a really useful character patch. Now this one reminds me of a kind of old radio. Honky Tonk Land, very useful, used on some super big TV themes recently, that kind of honky tonk piano sound. So that's a nice useful one. Sample rate error, this is a really crazy one. Nice bit of bit crushing. Great for And finally, the Extreme Janglemeister. Well, we've come on this journey, and if you want to take this piano and you want to kind of crank all of its most obvious characteristics up to giganto maximum, this is what you get. Yeah, it's still got all of that loads of crunch. You've got the chorus sound in there. You've got the jangliness of these bright top layers of the piano. I don't think I've ever played a piano as full of character as this piano. It is incredibly versatile. It's got a beautiful, beautiful tone. I mean, just go back to the first. I just don't want to stop playing it. I've been playing way too long, and but I just don't want to stop playing. It's so lovely. Must stop playing. I hope I've given you a good overview of the different sounds in this piano. It's incredibly versatile. You've got a huge variety of different presets to get you started. There's lots of things you can do by changing the different mic signals and the different sound effects that you've got in there and the noise floor. As I said before, some of the patches really limit it to the lowest few dynamics and then expand those up over the full range so you get that soft piano feel. It's super inspirational. Click and go. You'll find all kinds of sounds in here that will get you started on tracks or get you that kind of classic 70s piano sound, even into the 80s. It's just a beautiful, beautiful instrument, lovingly restored in a superb sounding room, recorded with love and brought to you for your inspiration on your tracks. I hope you enjoy using this as much as I am. It's my new favourite piano. And I'm going to be playing it after I've switched the cameras off. So thank you very much for watching. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye-bye.